Normally it's different here. Okay, we are. Hopefully, this is recording. It's done a little different when we go live like this, and also it may show somebody else's face and not mine. So that's the kind of strange thing when you're recording here. Anyway, to get started, some big things are about to actually going to happen tonight in the USA. Wasn't supposed to be until tomorrow. But on this one, we're early, which is maybe signs of good things to come. Okay, but first, let me start off. People were requesting that in this new customer retail program, which I'm going to refer to as CRP. That's what they do here, CRP. In regards to that, okay, make sure you mute your microphone, everybody. I'll be muting them if I can. Okay, I'm getting them. So in regards to the CRP, people were requesting that we add more packages. And the USA is going through FDA, so we can't add the Blue Life and the coffee yet because it's still going through the process. But people asked about the diapers. So they're pricing out the diapers to see if it's going to be possible to include them instead of Pure Essence with the CRP. So they're giving us more options. And that's mainly to satisfy the customers. The whole goal is to have really all the products with the CRP, different package options that customers can get, because it turns out it ends up being more money for you directly, the way this is done, and the company as well. We need the company to make money to survive. So the diapers is one thing that's going to happen. Also, the target for shipping on the CRP packages is 4 to 7 days, okay? 4 to 7 days for shipping. In the beginning, it may be 7 to 10 days. There's things that need to be worked out. It looks like we're going to be switching to a new shipping company in April when our contract is up with this company. We're just not happy with them. They've messed up some orders and things like that, and we have a firm in the East Coast this time, because most of our distributors are on the East Coast. In the future, we may be able to do more than just one center as we introduce possible business centers to the USA. But right now, it looks like it's going to be moved to the East Coast. I will be visiting there in April when it all launches and starts there. Talks have already been done. It's pretty much set. Seems to be a lot better in getting things out faster as well. So that'll be another big plus. Getting things to you faster is also key. Now, I will be there in April, as I said. Now, one of the things I just mentioned are business centers, and another thing is called stockist. A stockist is somebody that, and I'm going to tell you what it is in the Philippines, because it's not set up for the U.S., how much needs to be ordered in order to get rid of any shipping fees. You heard that right. No shipping fees. Right now in the Philippines, it's $5,000 worth of product. And if you order that, and with this product, you can actually be a local distributor, which means you can do local shipping, or you can have people come to your location and pick it up. And you don't need to have an office to be a stockist. A business center is, in the Philippines right now, $30,000 worth of product. Again, in the U.S., it may need to be more than that. And that's somebody that has an office that can do training, demos, stock the product, and they can ship as well. And they can also have people come to their office and pick it up. If someone comes to their office and picks it up, there'll be no shipping charge for our products, which saves quite a bit of money. Now, the key is with the business centers is you do have to have the office. You'll get paid on a business center 2 ways, actually even 3 ways, really. One, you'll get paid on the actual product, a certain percentage. 2, you'll get paid a package bonus on the 9 ways to earn. You'll get an additional package bonus. And then 3 ways, possibly a little extra for the handling part of the shipping. So it's another way to make some money. It's a branch off the network marketing side. You would be in the network marketing side. So if you're in a lead position, then you would be a BCO and you order the product, so you get paid both ways, which is kind of nice. It's an extra bonus. Stock is the same thing. They get paid both ways with a little extra bonus as well. They just don't have as much product. Now, the numbers have not been worked out for the U.S. because that's going to be based on getting product to a stockist or a business center where there'll be no shipping fees charged. So that's why the orders may have to be a little bit larger, but that will be determined later on, hopefully soon. This is one of the topics that they are discussing. Next, the how to process the CRP packages. That is, the instructions are already done. You'll be able to get them as soon as we finish this webinar. You're going to see them on this webinar. I'm just going to make one quick change, and it's just a minor change. It's just moving over one margin. But you can use it the way it is. It'll be online, and you can get that. Here's the biggest of big announcements. Starting right now, immediately, if you go to steveriza.com, and I'll show you, and you click on CRP-biz, you can now order your CRP package. The link is there. It's very easy. It's a direct link. This was a temporary setup from the merchant account company to get started now. Eventually, they hope to move that link to your back office. So you'll be able to just log into your back office and do that. There's no more like clicking shop or all that stuff, but there is a process involved. The process is still the same. It's the same merchant account company, but I want to run through the instructions with you so you understand. But you can order CRP packages now. Immediately can be done, and we'll talk about that. And packages should be shipped, I'm hoping next week, get sent out. So again, we're just waiting on the merchant account company, and there is a process in it. The process will be automated as we go, but they're controlling this part of it. We finished everything that we can do on our end, and we didn't want to wait any longer. We didn't want to wait another week or 2 weeks because in the Philippines it's going crazy. Last week they signed up over 2,000 new people, just to one country that doesn't have a lot of money. So people that couldn't get into the business before can now get into the business. They're getting customers now that they didn't have before. It's just growing so fast they didn't want to wait anymore. So let me continue here with some announcements. There's more here too. Let's see. In October, there's tentative plans for corporate to come to the U.S. in October of this year for our first big event in the United States. Sir JJ will be there. Sir Ariel will be there, as well as most of the diamonds. We don't know if all the diamonds can make it. Depends on their visa processing. They should be there so you can hear from the leaders. Some don't speak English, so they won't be speaking in the event. The ones that do will definitely be speaking because you want to hear what they're doing. And I will tell you, it's almost all of it. Almost 100% in the Philippines is being done offline. Old school network marketing, like I did in the 90s before we really didn't have high-speed internet and it didn't have all the benefits we had now. We had cell phones called bag phones. There were pagers. I don't even know whether there were pagers then that came before the cell phones. We didn't have the technology. And they don't have a lot of the higher technology here, high-speed internet. So they're doing things offline. And if you've seen some of my pics, they're 50, 60, even 100 people attending their events, and sometimes 200 people, depending where it's at. And they're finding all different places to hold meetings. And it may be at a church. It may be they have fast food places here have meeting rooms, as long as somebody orders a burger or something. And so there's ways they're getting around that. In the U.S., you do have places, Dunkin' Donuts, a lot of them have small meeting rooms to get started. You've got Panera Bread, and I've done that. And if you go to Denny's, if half the people order food and they have a meeting room, they don't charge you for the room. IHOP, the same thing. They'll have a meeting room. We were using IHOP and Denny's before I left. So there's places you can do it if you don't have your own personal office or a place where you can have meetings. That seems to be the best way. You do want to plan a big event. We don't know the location yet. It'll be based on, as we go through the year, where the active people are. And I can tell you right now it's in the Mid-Atlantic region. There seems to be, or the East Coast, I should say, somewhere on the East Coast. You could see something in Washington, D.C. or something in Orlando, Florida. It needs to be an attraction getter where people want to go. So it has to be other things people may want to do there. We can offer some type of package visit. Don't know if it's going to be a 1 or 2 day event. Most likely it'll be a day and a half, like a Friday night and a Saturday during the day. We'll have to see how that's going to work out. But that's the plans right now, so you can make note of that. We're also trying to add some contests as well to make it even more fun for the event, maybe getting you there and tickets. Who knows what it may be, and other type of events throughout the year. There is an event coming up this summer. I believe it's going to be in July in the Philippines, usually at a beach resort, and it's a leadership summit. I know if Ina's here. She was here last year. She had a great time. She attended that. Her and her sister. You learn quite a bit. It's mainly training about leaderships, and you hear from leaders, and it includes all your meals. It includes activities that they do. Sometimes they go off-site and they do some things as well, and your room. So it's something you may want to look at getting involved with. I believe that's sometime in July. Let's see what else we got here. Talked about that. Now, I did ask them to make some changes to your CRP back office. Some of you may have logged in there, and it said sales associate. I didn't like that terminology because there's customers going to be going there. It's below your name at the top left, so I asked them to change that to customer. Now, with this back office, it's being managed by a third-party company. So things that are requested are not done immediately. They said they have to put it, that's kind of a low priority because they're doing other programming right now, because you'll see pages in your back office that are links, and those links are not active yet. Those are things that they're working on, so they need to get those done first. There's another one. I want to change the word income to reward, or rewards, depending on where it is, and payout to rewards. So it sounds more like a customer-based program than anything else. Okay, so now what I want to do is, let's see, I think there's chat here as well. Okay, I guess with Clint, the connection is bad, but I see everybody else here. So you're not much I can do on that. So let's move forward here with share. I'm going to share. First of all, let's see, we'll go to this one, share this one first. Let me close this out. I got to do some things here. Okay, some more people coming on. This is our site that I had put together for everybody. Eventually, there'll be sites on the Up to 9 Ways to Earn, the reciprocal site that'll have content like this. It'll look a little different. Something happened here. I got to fix that because I was working on, put a Valentine's message and it cancels us out. So let me fix that when we're done. When you go to the site and you click CRP, there are two options. The first one, CRP, is for your customers, okay? And it talks about the program as well. Doesn't really get into commissions or anything like that. And I will be changing, let's see, that's, you got Philippines on the top and US on the bottom, or US on the top, Philippines on the bottom, because the packages are different in the Philippines. They hopefully will add the diapers here soon. I'm waiting to hear on that. But this is mainly designed for your customers. It's not, they don't use any business terminology. It's here really to promote what you're doing. And I will tell you, you will make more money this way than the other way. The CRP Biz, that is for distributors. And you'll see here to place an order, click here and watch what comes up. It's right there. It's 2,400 pesos with shipping, which is, I believe, $48. And that does include the product with 5 packs of pads and shipping. All you do is put in the quantity, how many packages you want, because you can order more than one package. I know some of you have reserved 7 packages. You can do all 7. You can do 1, 2. It doesn't matter. Whatever you don't activate, you won't lose them. Just won't earn commission on them until they are activated. And then you add to cart. We'll go through this whole process in a moment. So this gives you an idea of what you need to do. Again, pretty simple stuff here. It's all here, but in the instructions has a direct link. It's a very long link. That's why I decided to create this link last night when it was all set up. This way you can go here, click that link, and it's there. Okay, now to get the instructions, here, let me bring this down here. I got to move things around on my page here, so if you understand, if you don't know what I am doing at the moment. So this is to click here for instructions. Okay, I'm going to move this USA over to line up with Break Road. It's already done. I just haven't uploaded it yet, so it's there. What you want to do is when you get to this page, you'll see these 3 dots all the way to the top right here, 3 dots, and click download. And that'll download to your computer. Very simple. Let's go through the process, okay? First, you need to decide on the packages how many you're going to get. Then it's the same process. I will tell you most of the time, try it without calling the fraud department. If you're only ordering 1 or 2 packages, especially just 1, they'll usually let that go because the amount is smaller. Depending on your credit or debit card, some allow purchases of 100, 200, or 300 less on an international basis without calling the fraud department. You do ask for customer service, but you got to get to the fraud department. They'll tell you there's no need. Customer service, they think they can do more than they can, and they can't. I've been involved in international network marketing companies for many years, and if you're dealing with an outside of the U.S. merchant, if it's more than a certain amount, you have to call the fraud department, because that's the department that can release an international block on your card. Some cards already have it. This is the website link I was talking about. You can use this link, or you can go to my link on my page. So that's important to do that as well. Okay, it says we're running out of time here. What? Only 10 minutes? They're cutting my time today. Sorry about that, folks. We got to move quick. You know what we can do? If we run out, everybody just click back on. I'll restart it where we left off. Okay, we'll do part 1 and part 2. So if we lose time, just go back, click the link again, and we'll start all over with part 2. So it doesn't go away. It'll be the same link. Okay, you want to add the quantity, okay, here. So you can click as many as you want, and that'll show up here. Look, there's 10 items here. That's a mistake. Well, when I click on the black box, you'll see a box like this as well show up. You click on the white X, and that will remove all those packages. So then you just have to start all over. But when you're placing it, you want to click Add to Cart, and you'll see this as we go. You want to have this open on your screen as you're placing your order. Then you'll see the right amount, which is $48. The formula is 50 pesos, which is PHP, Philippines pesos, to $1. Okay, that's what the formula is, or the transfer rate. And then you want to click Checkout right here. Number 9, just like you did before, guest checkout. Don't click Register Account. Your account's already registered with the back office. This is maybe for future use. Right now, it's guest checkout. You'll see information on the right side. That should be blank. If something's there, just delete it. Okay? You want to type in your name and address and all that other stuff, but this is to set up a new account. You don't want to do that. Just check out, continue. Complete the form, and that's your name, address, email, all that stuff here goes here. In step 5, because it jumps right to step 5, I recommend, because everybody has the same link now, that you type in your username. They'll see the name and the address, but it makes it go faster if you just type in your username here, right where that red arrow is. And let me see if I can enlarge this. Oh, wait a second, did the wrong zoom in. It's right here. And then you click this terms and condition box here, and then you hit continue. Okay, confirm order in step 6, just that one box, very simple. Then you get to that payout page, which you've been to before. And it's through Peso Payout is the merchant account. You click on Visa or MasterCard, not in the middle. You have to click one of the logos. You'll see a cash option below this, but that's for the Philippines only because they have cash centers they can go to. In the future, we may have something like that in other countries. Well, we're talking with a payroll card company, a Visa or MasterCard logo with your name on it, sometime hopefully reduced in 2019, and that may be an option as well for other countries. When finished paying for your order, give the merchant account provider 24 hours to load your back office. They're going to load your back office with a token. And that token is what you're going to use to make your purchase of your package. Again, they haven't automated yet the system, so we don't want to wait on the merchant account. So this is the way it's done right now. They said, now Sundays, they are closed, so it may not happen. And some Saturdays, we don't know. But during the week, give them 1 day, and it should be fine. Sometimes it may be within an hour. So you want to check. In fact, they told me typically it's within 2 hours, but we're telling people 24 hours and not on Sundays as well. So once you're in your back office, you're going to see this table, and you're going to click where it says genealogy. When you click that, it's going to open your genealogy. If you have one position, it'll be one on the top. If you have more, you'll see them below. Okay, there's a number you need to write down, and this is all explained up here. It's an 8-digit number in blue, and this is an example of one. The last 2 digits are the position. Okay, so this is position number 1. This is position 2. This is position 03 is the third position that you reserve. And I recommend up to 7. So that's there. You write down that number because you're going to need that later on. Once that's done, you have it written down, click activate where the red arrow is. Again, this is very simple. Seems like it's lengthy, but it's not really that bad. Then you're going to come up to your activation page where that red arrow is, and I did this step by step with a lot of graphics to make it simple. That red, when you click that red graphic, or that red by the red arrow, that where it says package, by the way, this is where your tokens are. These have all been used already. I tried it, and it did work. Everything was fine. These are the package options for the US. So that it'll drop down when you click this box with the red arrow. And you just select which package you want. They're all the same price, which is $15.50, and it's actually $16.50 with the credit card, which is $33. And then they're adding the shipping. But you've already paid for this, so they're not charging you again. Okay, then what you're going to do is you're going to go to the shipping box, which is to the left here. I move things over to get everything in one section. Where it says $2.50 delivery Luzon, that's $5. That's Philippines for shipping. When you click the shipping box, you want to scroll down and pick 0.00. It says pick up Metro Walk. They may change that to just pick up. But anyway, you already paid. So just select the one with $0. You don't need to pay again. You don't want them to deduct it from your tokens. Okay, then we're going to go here. Below this, when you close that up, you will see network slot. That number that I asked you to write down up here, This one here is that number that goes here. That's your serial number for the slot that you have reserved. If you have 7 reserved, you're going to have 7 different numbers here. So you want to keep record of that. Any remarks you may want to put up there, instructions, that's fine. Now, when you're placing your order, it's going to be sent to the address that's in your back office. So make sure if you want it to go to a different address, change the address in your back office. It's so easy to do. We have instructions on that. In fact, I'll be updating the welcome email. When you sponsor somebody, we're going to call that word refer. Here, you want to make sure that you send them a welcome email, and it has to go down, chain down the ladder. It's going to be, you do get an automated email they're testing right now, but it's not the one that I send. It's not detailed. Eventually, it'll be the one that I send that will be detailed, but we have to wait on that third-party company to add that. But at least we know the system works. Somebody gets an immediate welcome email. It's not the greatest one. It's something that they wrote up, and I am changing that. So after this is done, you're pretty much done unless you want to add more packages. You do one package at a time because you need that number, and just go back to where it says number 16. You don't need to log in. You're already in. You're just going to go to your next one, like right here, click genealogy, so you can get to that account, 002 or 02, and then activate it again. It's very fast. Doesn't take long, less than probably 2 minutes, even less than a minute if you can type quick enough. Okay, so that gives you an idea what we have. It's simple. You can start ordering packages right now. In fact, you don't even need to wait until we get them, but it'd be better if you do wait. That's the entire process. Now, this has been recorded. When we come back on, we have less than a minute. If you lose me, I'm going to stop the share right now and stop the recording. Okay.